Finding myself on the way back to me. And honestly, God knows it hurts.
Welcome, my beautiful people, my people. I'm just so happy and excited, but also I feel blessed and grateful, right? So the first thing you'll notice in these videos is a check-in on how you've been doing, how you feeling. Not how you feeling, and you're like, I'm okay, I'm fine. No, get detailed. It matters. I am feeling excited. I was a little sleepy before. I did a meditation, and it's definitely, it brought me. I got so grounded. I was going into the ground. But there's reasons why that happens, and eventually we'll talk about it maybe someday. But maybe not now, but eventually. This is my official first actual video, full video, and just to say, these videos are not going to be that long. I do want to be mindful of you guys' time, and I'm gonna serve the purpose though, so I'm not gonna cut it off until I'm done saying what I know is needed to be said. But yeah, it's not gonna be excessive. Unless people say they want it to be. Alright, so that's it. For that. Also, if you see smoke, it's my my incense. It's pretty close. Okay, and there's a fan on, so unfortunately it's literally blowing it right into the video, but I'm also feeling there's a vibe and with this, and it's good, and I need my incense to be on right now. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing incredible, if not learning, elevating, staying blessed up, staying grounded, because that's needed a lot right now for many reasons, and keeping the faith, whatever that faith is for you, whether it's spirituality, whether it's religion, right? So first comes first, welcome to Back to Me, because that's what I really need to say, where we'll be getting back to ourselves, where I am getting back to me. I will be talking and giving messages based on, some of it will be based on my personal experience. I won't always say that though. I don't feel like it's necessary for me to always say it's something I can relate to. It's more so just guiding and helping you guys get back to yourselves, just like I had to, just like I'm still doing. It's an ongoing thing because I'm choosing me, which is a lifelong conscious decision you have to make for yourself. And I'm also choosing self-love, which is a constant lifelong thing. And healing is a lifelong commitment as well, right? Because we have layers to us. We're like an onion. There's a lot of layers to peel back. And you may never get to peel them all back, right? And that's okay, because it may not have been necessary for you to peel them all back, right? The act of being able to understand self is the most important thing you can do. Right? That means you're not judging yourself. You're seeking understanding. That in itself promotes so much elevation, even just on a soul level. That is amazing. Okay, so it was so weird. Oh, okay, because I was like, there was a light that just flashed over here in the video. I was like, okay, all those things matter during these videos. Little things that pop up every now and then. But anyways, so that's just a little bit of information about what Back to Me means, what this journal will be about. It's about realigning your truest self, your true form, and being able to choose to elevate once you've realigned with that form, right? Once you've come together and you've identified all aspects of yourself, at least some of the most fundamental ones, which would be like your inner child and your shadow, the parts of us that we all have that we don't want people to see. It's different for all of us, but We all have that shadow. Shout outs to the shadow. Shout outs to the inner child. So we'll be going over all of those beautiful, amazing, complicated, annoying things. But first comes first. Let's talk about the barrier. Well, I'll get into the barrier movement, but I'll talk about what does it mean to me when I say getting back to me. I'm talking about the evolution and the journey of evolving, and just the journey of self-love, self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-acknowledgement, choosing self, creating boundaries, speaking up, activating that throat chakra, knowing your power, getting to that purpose. Getting to that purpose is getting to you, and it all starts with internal, not external. It all starts with the internal. It's hard, right? Because the truth is many of us are external. We're seeking a lot of things outwardly, but it's in here. That purpose is already in there. It's a seed in there. You confused about it? Well, then we got to tap back into ourselves. You don't know what it is? Why are you listening to yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust God? The divine? Are you listening? Are you avoiding? Are you activating escapism? We are the most resistant beings. Truly. That free will kicks in and resistance is a mug, okay? Skedaddle every time. Do you hear that voice? Do you hear that voice? And if you hear it, do you actually receive it? So that's what getting back to me means. It's all of those layers, right? And all of those layers were part of a lot of what I had to go through my whole life so far. And a catapult took place. And usually that catapult towards healing takes place after some things that we would deem negative. So you'll hear me, you'll see here that words matter. So to me, people like to do that black and white thinking. You know, they like to box things in. You know, they like to box themselves in even, right? And so they'll say good, bad. I like to call it just positive, negative. Everything is energy. It's either positive or it's negative. You know, the negative is a little heavy. We don't like it. Yuck, yuck. The positive, we're like, ooh. Okay? So positive, negative, right? So with that being said, the biggest breakthroughs happen after some negative stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Honestly. Sometimes you'll hear me curse. But I will be cognizant as possible, but I'm just trying to be me. I'm going to be authentic. I curse sometimes. It's like, whatever. Right? The biggest breakthroughs happen after some pretty negative shit, generally speaking. And it could be a series of negative things, right? How long does it take for you to listen to what you already know, what that gut is telling you, what that inner being is saying to you, right? Because it's connected to you, what you're getting. And it isn't going to lead you wrong. Your thoughts are going to lead you wrong because it's a spiritual thing constantly happening here. It's all spiritual, right? So we got to get connected back to self and that part of us because we all have it. It's not a color thing. It's not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. It's not an age thing. It's a human thing. So if you're human, it's your thing. There was something else that just came up that I feel was important to say, but it escapes me. Yeah, it escapes me. I should have bullet pointed that. Should have wrote that down when it popped in. It'll come back eventually. It wasn't meant to happen right now. That's cool. So basically, the barrier to movement was the original thing I was going to say. The barrier to movement basically is those initial things I was saying before, where we can be very resistant. We don't flow, right? We don't activate our ability to flow. So what we do is we resist. And what you resist will persist. That was a saying. That was a quote taken by someone. So if you look it up, you'll see the original person who said that. But it was one of the, there's a couple of things people have said. Okay, and those are some of the truest things you could hear. Okay, what you resist will persist. It's also similar to what I say when I tell people what you suppress will make you depressed, because you're causing a detachment from your emotions, and our bodies always try to tell us things. Your body tells you what it needs. Your body will tell you when something's not right. Right? Now, again, this is about trusting self. So if you want to not listen to your body, which is part of you, you're in it, at least for now, then, we all have to learn. So your route to learning is going to be different, but suppression is depression. Okay? When you suppress, it will make you very depressed. Okay? What you resist will persist. Okay? That's the barrier to movement for a lot of us. The resistance, the escapism, the avoidance, the dismissals, the suppressing, the denying, the lack of accountability. Those are all things that cause a barrier to our movement to get back to ourselves, right? The truest form of who we really are, right? Oh, that's what I was going to say before. That came back. Okay, so we are expansive, right? Where we live is expansive, but we are expansive beings, all right? We're not meant to be boxed in. That's why the majority of us, when we live in a society where it definitely does box you in, modern society does it constantly. Societies that are building to be modern are going to do the same thing or are already doing it, right? We're not meant to be boxed in. I'm not saying we're meant to be wild and, chaotic. Chaos is not a positive energy. It's a negative energy. It's hectic. It's anxiety. It's fearful. It's violent. Okay? That's the difference. It invokes rage and it invokes fear. Right? When I say free, we're meant to flow. Be fluid like nature. If you ever tap into what nature is capable of doing, all the truths lie in nature. Nature has no lies. There's only two things true here. The truth and illusions. Nature holds so much truth. If you had a question about life, watch nature. Watch a tree. Watch a flower. Watch the grass. It's free. And because it flows. It's not boxed in. When we feel boxed in, we have what we see nowadays. More rage, more fear, more mental health issues. Okay? More poverty, more detachment from self, more struggles with emotions, just more pain. We are expansive beings. We're meant to expand. Don't box yourself in. You are a divine, expansive being, baby. You're not meant to be boxed in. You're not meant to be like anybody else. You're one of one. It's for a reason. The differences in our hair, our skin, our eyebrows, our eyes, our nose, our lips, our ears, our face, our weight is for a reason. It's for a reason. You're not meant to be boxed in. Stop boxing yourself in. That's a barrier to your movement. So that is a summary of why Back to Me is important to me. That's why I named my page. I did some reading of the page and the purpose. And everything is divine. It took time for me to get there, because initially my page was going to be about something totally different. That's not what I'm being called to do. So I had to take the time I needed to get that reprogrammed. But that's what Back to Me means to me. That's the barrier to movement. I have also experienced the barriers to movement. It is a constant day-to-day practice of not allowing those barriers to come up, right? Being courageous, having faith, trusting myself, trusting my dear ones, the divine, okay? And on this page, if you hear me say the divine, that to me is God. I call God the divine. My dear ones are the archangels, the guardian angels, okay? Also my ancestors, also my spirit guides, because they're all different. And I love them. And they love me unconditionally. They've been here with me since day one, even when I didn't know. So that's facts. So you're gonna hear me say that a lot. The divine, my dear ones, right? You also have them, okay? If you know it or not, you do. Okay, you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Free will, okay? Either way, have a blessed day, okay? Choose to be expansive, okay? Not boxed in. But again, you have free will. Choose wisely. I love y'all. Bye.